Ty England, self-titled debut album, released on August 15th, 1995 on RCA Records. The sidemen who work or play behind some of music's biggest stars have always fascinated me, mostly because of the mystery they carry with them due to the focus primarily being on the star. It's usually difficult to find out much about them, especially in the days before the internet. In the early 1990s, Ty England was one of these guys. Ty met Garth Brooks while in college at Oklahoma State University in the 1980s, and was also college roommates with the soon-to-be superstar. Ty and Garth played college gigs together until Ty was forced to move back home due to poor grades. He would eventually get a degree in marketing, but a bigger opportunity presented itself when Garth was signed to a major record label deal in 1988. Garth called Ty, and he soon thereafter joined Garth's road band as an acoustic rhythm guitarist and harmony vocalist. Ty would see the world with the biggest star in country music from 1989 to 1995. I saw Ty countless times on television singing and playing beside Garth. I guess for me as a young country music fan, it was cool to see a baby-faced young cowboy playing all the big shows with Garth. Ty seemed more normal to me than the overly animated superstar. So in 1995, I was excited to see Ty England get his own music video on country music television. He got his shot at the spotlight with his first single, Should Have Asked Her Faster. The upbeat song did quite well on country radio, reaching the number 3 spot on the Billboard Country Charts. Not long after that, I purchased Ty England's self-debut album on cassette tape at the local Walmart for $6.97, plus tax, of course. That was at least $3 cheaper than the compact disc. Money was tight for a 13-year-old country boy like myself. Keeping this in mind, this was a time before the internet and streaming music services. The only way to support artists that you enjoyed was to buy physical copies of their albums. Tonight I sat down and listened to Ty's album for the first time in nearly 30 years. I have to say it was absolutely fantastic. Ty has a voice that perfectly fits in the mix of this album, and some of the top writers of the day contributed songs for the album, and Ty delivered them with sincerity and believability. His smoothness and confidence is very apparent to the listener. Being a major label release, it featured some of the top studio musicians of the day as well. Eddie Bayers, Brent Mason, Paul Franklin, Stuart Duncan, Pig Robbins, John Wesley Riles, and Curtis Young, just to name a few. There are many more on this album as well. And one of the greatest producers of all time, in Garth Fundus, who also produced Keith Whitley's final album, Don't Close Your Eyes. And you can hear some of the production techniques that he used on that Whitley album as well on this one. The album peaked at number 13 on Billboard's Top Country Albums Chart. I recommend this album, of course, to Garth Brooks fans, George Strait fans as well, specifically the late 80s and early 90s Strait albums. I think fans of Zach Top would thoroughly enjoy this record too. Although there are definitely a few standout tracks, the album deserves a listen as a whole work of art. My personal favorites from the album are Is That You and Smoke in Her Eyes, both written by the late Hugh Presswood. The upbeat songs are fun too, with Should Have Asked Her Faster being the hit, of course, and the opening track, Redneck Son, being a couple of foot-stomping good time tunes. All in all, I give this album 2 thumbs up. over 30 years after its original release, which can't be said for too many albums from that era as a whole. It has to be a satisfying feeling to have an album this good in your catalog. So kudos to Ty all these years later. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share, and of course subscribe.